Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Nancy. If you are new, hi, welcome. In today's video, I decided to do a get ready with me. It is early in the morning. It is Thursday, December 17th. It is about 6:45. So I do wake up a little early. Well, I woke up a little later today than I would have liked to, but it's okay because I was just tired. But yes, today's video we are going to do a get ready with me, which I'm not gonna really do a lot with my face because just the fact that I wear a mask all day, I don't really like to wear a lot of makeup when I'm wearing a mask. One, because it gets on the mask, and two, it just rubs off throughout the day. Or I am like when you're sweating running around, because like I say, I've been doing that lately, and I don't want to get acne. As you can see, like I still have a little acne marks, but we're gonna make it work. So yeah, it's just gonna be a get ready with me, maybe a chit chat, and then I'll show you guys my outfit that I chose. Okay, we're gonna get started now. So yeah, like I just wanted to come on here and talk to you guys about how you all are doing or what has been going on with you guys. I don't know if I have said on here, but this year I will not be going to Mexico to see my grandmother or my family down there, just for the fact that we don't want to put anybody at risk or anybody that could get it. And then because if that was the case, like I don't think we would forgive ourselves for doing that. So it is sad news, but unfortunately we are not going to be able to go to Mexico, so we'll have to postpone our trip for that. So that's been really sad because I was looking at my timeline, and a year ago yesterday we were in Mexico. Like we had arrived, today would have been our first morning there, and I'm like, it's not gonna happen this year. And like I've already cried about it, and I've accepted the fact that I'm not gonna be able to go. So we're just gonna keep moving forward. It's just gonna be another Christmas here, but at least we're gonna be safe, and we're not gonna put anybody else at risk, you know. So that's one of the major factors that has been going on. Second, I just wanted to talk to you guys. Do you guys ever, like, I don't know, I drive an hour to work, so my mind always starts to go crazy and to start thinking about random stuff. Like yesterday I was thinking, I'm like, why is it important to have like goals? Like what is the why? Because you know how like everybody, you get asked like, oh, what are you gonna do later, or what are you gonna do in your future? Like what is what you want to do? Like are you going to school? Like, you know, you get those questions, and half the time you're like, I don't know, like let me finish one step at a time. And I was talking with a really good friend of mine, and we were saying, I'm like, do you remember when you were to get those questions like, oh, like what's gonna happen once we are done with school? And we would always say like, oh, like we don't really know, like it's just like one step at a time. Let's focus on our schoolwork. Well, now that we both are done, like what's the next step, you know? Which I've always been the person to plan ahead and always have some sort of idea or like goals that I want to do. So I guess like I have it hard, but at the same time like I don't, because like ever since I was little I always figured it out as I went. So like yes, having goals is something that I've always strived to do. I am the type of person, like I'm talking real talk here, like I'm not trying to make myself look better than what I am. This is just who I am. But I am very ambitious. I am ambitious when it comes to wanting things. I do things for myself, which that can sometimes lead into like not problems, but like, you know, like sometimes it can get overwhelming because I have so much on my plate. But when someone offers their hand to help me out, I'm like, no, it's okay, I got it, even though like I probably do need their help. So I am getting better in that sense of way. But still, like, it's just to have a plan. An idea is important because that plan makes you strive to achieve that goal. And you know how people always say like, oh, like you were dreaming too high, or like don't set your limits too far up. No, that is false. Do it, so then that makes you push yourself to achieve that goal. The only person that can stop you, or like something that could happen for you not to be able to achieve it, is you. That is you. You are your only limitation. So don't let someone be like, sorry, you're not gonna get there. Like, oh, you are not gonna move to like Hollywood, or you're not gonna be in New York doing whatever you want. Like, it may take you a while to get there, and that's okay, but at least you're working up to that goal, you know? I don't know, like my mind just starts to roam. And I was just like driving in the car yesterday and I was like, so what is my purpose now? Like, what is the purpose after this? Like, what comes after? Like, I see my life as a book. And every time I close a big chapter, I move on to the next thing. And I'm like, okay, so what's now? What is the next step? What am I going to do? How am I going to conquer this? Like, you just my mind just starts to go and roam and roam and roam with ideas and stuff. And all I know is that I want to buy a home, be a homeowner before I am 30, have it paid it off and in my name. 2, I want to buy a new car. I want to move to whatever city, like I said, either Chicago or Houston or Denver, like I don't know. But I want to do all that before I'm 25. Like these goals is that I want to do. And like I'm single right now, so nothing's really holding me back. Like I'm not married, I have no children to do it. So I'm like, I'm the type of person that if I don't do it in the moment that I'm thinking about it, then I regret it. Like sometimes taking decisions is really hard for me because I debate on it a lot. And then at the end of the day, I sometimes end up missing something amazing because I psych myself out. I psych myself, or like I start to doubt myself. I'm like the biggest doubter. And I'm learning as I go and grow older is that like don't doubt yourself, because if you doubt yourself, like then no one's gonna take you serious in that sense of way. Like you have to know that like yes, there is that fear that things could go wrong, like you could fail. And that's one of like the scariest thing is like, what if I fail? Like what if I fail and I can't get out of it? But there's always a place. Like my parents have always been very supportive. They're like, hey, like just realize, like don't take, like plan it out. Don't be like, oh, that I'm gonna go do it tomorrow. Like have it planned out so then like you don't fail. But if you do fail, like it's part of life. That's how you grow. You grow to learn from those mistakes. And also like my parents would be like, even if you did fail, like what are we gonna do? Not help you out? Like you're gonna have to figure, like yes, you're gonna figure it out on your own. But if you're to the point where you're like, you know what, like mom, I'm coming home, like can I come back live with you? Like I'll pay rent or whatever. Like my parents are the type of person to let me do that, so it's not like I'm gonna be completely on my own. And I'm probably bouncing from place to place with, I'm saying like, oh, goals and like some of mine, but it's just that that's how my mind runs. I'm like, oh, let me talk about this or let me do this. So I'm just, like I said, I'm very ambitious in that sense of way. When I want something, I go after and I get it. And it may take me a while, but I can achieve it. Like in my job experience, I have 3 jobs. I used to be in one job, I was there for about 4 years. The second job, I was about to be 2, and then I transferred into now this job that I'm in. And it's a jewelry store, don't get me wrong. It is a good opportunity, and with the pandemic, I can't be picky with what I get and what I don't. So having that job stability is okay. Like, yes, maybe I might not be doing what I graduated with my degree in, but it's a job. Like I can't be picky about it, and I'm learning as I go. Like there's so many things I didn't know about the jewelry industry, like how every little piece is so detailed, to the gemstone, to the size, to the ring band, like the bands for the rings, like these little things that I'm like, whoa, like I thought you just went and picked out your ring. You're like, oh, I like this one and I like this one, and then boom, it was done. But that's not always the case. So yes, I am learning new things as I go, but do I see myself there long term? I don't think so, because my future has always been to work for a company. But I graduated a business management degree, right? So my goal has always been to have my own department. Like one day, that makes sense. And not like a department like a store, but like my own department in the business, like where I'm like the lead manager and I have my team. So like when my team, like when we need to do something, we all work together. They come to me, I approve them. Like I can be a leader. I'm very respectful. I like to learn from others. I'm not gonna be the one to be like, oh, like look at me, I'm young, I'm gonna come in here and show you like how it's done. No, because you gotta start from the bottom and work yourself up, Yeah, so like working from yourself from the bottom and working up, like just prove to yourself that you can do it. I'm not the type of person to have things handed to me, because I've always worked for it. Like I got my job at 16. I bought my phone. I buy my things now. Like I try to help out my parents as much as possible with my expenses, because I don't pay rent since I am living at home. And like my parents are like, okay, well, you're working, so we're not gonna charge you for rent or whatever. So like I am starting to like do my own things in that way, but it's gonna be surreal once the day that I move, because I remember when I was 18, I was like, yes, I'm gonna move, I'm gonna have all this money, like I'm gonna go to school. Like I don't know why I thought that I was gonna have it so easy in that sense of way, that I'm like, what, like why am I gonna, like, how is that possible, you know? Like, how am I gonna achieve that? I was 18, I was very naive, I didn't know what the world had planned for me or what was ahead of me. Also, don't mind me, I am just setting my face. But I'm like, why did I think like that? So now, like, when people ask me, like, if you could go back and change anything, would you? And I'd be like, probably I would change a couple things, but I would say my biggest one would be, don't think that you're gonna have it all. Don't have the attitude that you're at 18 gonna move away, you're gonna make all this money, and that it's gonna be easy, you know? Like, just because you wanted to get out of your parents' house, it was gonna be easy. So now that's why now a goal of mine is, I'm still living with parents and I'm very grateful, but a goal of mine is to move away and do it on my own. Like I want to do it on my own so I can prove that to myself that it can happen, that you are going to be fine without feeling like you need your parents all the time. Like my parents have always said, my mom just reminds me of this thing. It's like, we have given you your wings, now it's time for you to spread them and fly and do your thing. So that's always been in the back of my head, that I'm like, okay, one day it's gonna happen. But then I'm very close to my mom, so like the day that does come, it's gonna be really sad, but it's part of life. Like it's gonna need to happen. Like we're gonna move away, or like eventually, if my plan or my path or God's plan is for me to get married, like move away, like start my own life. But for now, I'm just looking to find a better job for myself, to buy a home by 30, to have a new car, and just be healthy and happy. Because what more do I really need? Like right now, like yes, I am blessed to have health, which is very, very important. So having health and like the love of my parents is all I really need at the moment. Like yes, all the other things will come later, all the other things I'm working towards them, but for now, like that is what I need. I just need to have faith that everything is in the hands of God, and that God is going to guide me to where I need to go. We're humans, we may curve a little through our path, but I know he has a plan, and I just got to trust the process of it. And just but yeah, like I was just saying, I'm like, we got to just have faith in God, and that God will guide us to what we're meant to do. Like obviously, like, he brought us to earth to have a purpose, and we're still trying to figure out. Like yes, I'm 22, and I always question, like I don't question myself, but I ask myself, there we go, I ask myself, I'm like, okay, what is your purpose? Or like, what do you think? Or what is the next step? Which I'm always keeping myself on my toes, because I'm always wanting to become a better person. I'm always trying to do new things. I'm trying to learn from other people how they're doing, but it's just to have that motivation. Like you have to have the motivation to keep moving forward, because it can be hard. You can slack at times. Like I know I used to work out, like this is a side factor, I used to work out, I used to be into the grind, and like obviously through the grind, like you start to lose it. And like that's one of the things, like one of the things that I keep telling myself is, I want to, like, I don't say I want to have like because you know, like New Year resolutions is like, oh, I want to lose weight, or I want to do this or that or this. I'm always the type of person, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get fit, or I'm gonna travel, like this is in my plan. But does it always happen? No. It's like, why not? Why not? Let's make those things come reality. Like obviously this year my traveling plans got canceled because of COVID, but there's just little examples that I'm trying to give, is that don't just say them without actually meaning them. Like set yourself goals and like resolutions that you will do them, you know, like you're gonna do them. Don't say, oh, maybe I will, or I'm going to, but you will. Like I am going to, like I am gonna do this one way or the other, you know what I mean? So they're just little things like that that I'm just like, I know I probably went on a lot of rants because I try to talk about like purposes in life and goals and ambitions, and you gotta be ambitious in the world because the world is not easy. The world is tough. It's gonna break you down if you let it. Like, it's gonna be hard. Like, don't get me wrong, there's gonna be times where you're gonna feel like the world is on your shoulders. You're gonna become anxious. Like, my parents, I see them, they have been in the work field for more than 20 years, and there's like, we like what we do, but there's times where you're gonna feel frustrated. Like, you're just gonna go to work and like you're gonna be like, but don't let that bring you down because you're just getting started. Like, my generation, the people in my age, like, we're just getting started. Like, we have so much to do that we can't just go in negative thinking like, oh, I have to get a job now. Like, find a job that you enjoy and love, because if you're miserable at a job, because trust me, like, my first job, like, at the end, like, I was just miserable. Like, I was not happy. I was just not enjoying it anymore because there was no control there and no one to actually have as a leader. Like, no one really knew how to lead us, and we had to pick up the slack. Like, mind you, I was like 17. No, I was not 17. I think I was still like a sophomore in college, but when I quit. And it's okay to leave if you're not happy, because if you're gonna be working at a place that you're miserable, then every day you're gonna go like, ugh, with a negative attitude. But I know I've jumped all over the place, but yeah, this is pretty much what I'm gonna do with my makeup. Like I said, I really didn't do anything much because I said I'm gonna be wearing a mask all day because I'm going to work. But yeah, so I know I talked about goals, I talked about purpose, I talked about what my goals and what my ambitions are. I know I'm all over the place, but I hope you guys liked it. I just wanted to come on here and sit with you and talk. But now I'm gonna get ready and then I'll show you guys the final fit. Okay guys, I am back. All I did was throw on some hoop earrings, did my hair in a ponytail. I'm just wearing a grayish oatmeal color, and then I'm wearing just a jean jacket with some white jeans and some brown booties. But yes, that is going to be the end of the video. I hope you guys liked it. I know I was probably all over the place, but like I said, I talked to you guys about what I was thinking yesterday, and I should have probably recorded it yesterday because I had it fresh in my mind, but it's okay. I hope you guys liked it. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that like button, comment, share, and I guess we'll see you guys next time. Bye.